Oh, you lost an Oscar, then lost all your hair. How's it going, YouTube lovers? This is the Evil Rammer. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm doing the reaction video. Today, I'm reacting to the official teaser trailer for Dune Part 3. They actually are going to, get the final part of a crazy trilogy out within a reasonable amount of time. I think it's like 5 years total to get these 3 movies out. Considering how long it takes to get other things out these days, that's insane. An incredible accomplishment. But I am very excited for this. I am not someone who read the books, but I really enjoyed these movies. The second one I thought was mostly better than the first one, except for I have just one critique of it, is that I felt that the transition from Act 2 to Act 3 felt super sudden. Like when he spends the whole movie, Paul spends the whole movie like saying, no, I'm not the Lisan al-Gaib, I'm not the Lisan al-Gaib. And then I felt like in the span of 5 minutes, suddenly he's proclaiming himself the Lisan al-Gaib and, ready to declare a holy war. I genuinely said out loud in the theater when I saw that, did I miss something? It felt like there was a disconnect between those scenes. I thought it should have been a little bit more gradual instead of him being so vehemently against it until just like flipping a switch. I feel like there should have been a bit more of a transition. But either way, I really enjoyed these movies, and so I'm excited to see how they're going to wrap it up in Dune Part 3. I think there's supposed to be a bit of a time jump in this one. So it's going to be a dark place for Paul Atreides. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. I think that also Jason Momoa is back somehow, considering the fact that his character died in the first movie. So let's just jump into this and see what this trailer has to offer. This is a crazy time for trailers because we got Dune today and Spider-Man tomorrow. It's just an awesome time. All right, here we go. Again, the visuals of these movies are just fantastic. I love that they actually go out to the desert to film a bunch of this.
Oh, we name her.
Oh, yeah, because I'm pretty sure. From what I read about the stories of the books, I think he has a kid with both Chani and the princess. The one played by Florence Pugh.
I would name him Leto.
Oh, well, that's kind of you. That's touching.
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
Gosh, how uncomfortable is it to be filming like with those blue contacts in the entire time? Because there's no way that's just like CGI the whole time. So has this war been going on for like this, oh gosh, like this whole time? Which, again, I'm assuming this has been like many years, over a decade. Oh, there's the princess. Who is that? That looks like a new character. Wow, yeah, I was about to say, why are they walking so slowly doing this? But that's the whole point in their fights, that they have to have slower movements to get through shields and stuff.
Your father never started a war.
In December, because then they'll finally have this trilogy complete. Oh, was that Anya Taylor-Joy? She plays the younger sister. There he is, the younger sister of Paul Atreides, right? Who is this guy, the blonde guy? Looks like there's gonna be a lot of action in this one. Like,
I'm not afraid to die.
oh, you lost an Oscar, then lost all your hair.
Not die. Yet.
We're gonna get a. For a second, that was like I could see the teeth of it back there because of the way that everything was moving. I thought we were gonna get a sandworm shot. Did I say Robert Pattinson? Is that who the blonde guy was? Wow. Very well edited, very epic teaser trailer. Again, I never read any of the books. I know that the main one is, Dune, which was split into 2 movies, and this one is going to be based off of Dune Messiah, which was, so the second book is being turned into the 3rd movie. But this just looks visually epic. It looks like it's gonna. They know that they're making a big conclusion, and I think that's part of the reason why this just looks very exciting. Again, I really like the first two Dune movies. I'm hoping that this last one can, end on a high note. I feel like it's the wrong one because I don't think it's going to end well for Paul with the path that he's gone down. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you've read the book, it probably sounds like everyone knows it's not going to end well. But I haven't read the books, like I said, so I don't know if Dune Messiah is the one where everything goes wrong for him, or if it's a later one that they're not going to adapt. But either way, very epic teaser. Again, I want to take a look at the visuals in here again because there's just cinematography in this is just stunning. And hey, it's super appropriate reacting to this trailer right now because I'm in the middle of a heat wave and it is very warm in this room. So it feels like I'm on the deserts of Arrakis. All right, let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the scenes in this trailer. Yeah, this part at the beginning here, like where they're talking about like what their child is going to be named. So I'm assuming that Chani's already pregnant at this point, which means that she's still, I understand that like she genuinely loves him, but she's still like lovey-dovey with him after, being disappointed and angry at the choices that he made to leave and start this war at the end of the second movie. Which is interesting. I'm curious because it does seem like there's a time jump here, obviously, especially if we like I talk about later, we're going to see a shot of Anya Taylor-Joy, and I'm pretty sure she plays Paul's younger sister who wasn't even born yet at the end of the second movie, I don't think. So, and if she was just born. I don't think she was born yet. I think his mom was still pregnant at the end of that one. Was that his bald freaking head right there we just saw? Apparently he loses all of his hair. Yeah, and that was sweet though, saying that like if they have a son, she wants to name him after his Paul's father who died in the first one. Yeah, so he's been leading this war for a long time. It seems like definitely. I feel like it's going to be at least a decade. Well, hold on, it's got to be longer than that. Hold on, I take it back. Anya Taylor-Joy is there playing the younger sister, so it's got to be closer to 20 years, right? It's got to be closer to like 20 years that this has been going on. So yeah, no wonder Paul was a very changed man by this point. Gosh, yeah, the CGI and visuals of this movie are just so good. Like it makes you truly feel like this is an expansive, lived-in world. Again, there's the princess played by Florence Pugh. Now, hold on, is that is Robert Pattinson, isn't it? I barely recognize him. I'm assuming that he's going to be our villain in this one. Well, by villain, I mean just he's the antagonist to Paul. Because clearly Paul is not that great a place right now. Wouldn't necessarily call him a hero at this point. Oh, the floaty suits again. Yeah, like they have this like world of like all this high-tech stuff. Is that Javier Bardem? I think that might be. But they have all this high-tech stuff. But I love how they still find a way to say, oh, it comes down to just basic sword fighting because you need to have slower movements to get through the shields that everyone uses and stuff like that. Yeah, and also like his mother here. I think I actually saw an interview that the actress Rebecca Ferguson said that Jessica's not really in Dune Messiah, so this is like a scene. So this scene that she has here, I think this is gonna be all that she has in the movie, and they kind of just made it up so that they could give her a role in the movie, which is interesting. Because like this whole thing was just your father never started a war. I'm like, yeah, well, this is kind of you who started this war. You and your Bene Gesserit. Wow, that's hard to say. I said it fine earlier today when I saw that the trailer was out. But either way, like her whole attitude is weird because like this whole thing is her fault, really. Like because of like her sisterhood and the way that they manipulated bloodlines and they manipulated Paul's life and everything. That's the true villain. The true villains of this series are the Bene Gesserit. They are the villains. All this is their fault. Yep, there's that stunning cinematography there again. It seems like there's going to be a lot more action scenes in this one, which makes it does, like the first one, a lot of people are like, oh, nothing really happens in it. I was still engaged the whole time. I wouldn't say nothing happened in it. It definitely was like the action scenes were more far and few between. Second one stepped it up quite a bit. This one seems like it's going to be, war is raging. There's going to be a lot of fighting, a lot of action going on here. But like I said, there's Anya Taylor-Joy, who I'm pretty sure plays Paul's sister, which means this has to be at least like 20 years, right? That this war has been going on. I think that's what's been happening here, is that it's been 20 years. Because at first I was thinking like, oh, it's been at least 10 years. I'm like, well, she's grown up, so unless all the weird mystical drug stuff that her mom was on made her age more rapidly, it's been like 20 years. Yep, the epic conclusion. This is all the director is planning to make. Oh, there he is. Okay. Again, I haven't read the books. I'm very curious to see how they explain that he's back. And I also don't feel like it's a good thing in any way. I feel like if anything, he's going to be like potentially brainwashed or mind controlled. Maybe even just like a zombie, basically husk of his former self, if that. By whoever brought him back, and he's not, and it's going to be more of manipulating Paul. I just feel like that's what's going to end up happening here. Yeah, there he is, still fighting with him in training. Gosh, that he looks like unrecognizable. I swear, he does not. That has to be Robert Pattinson. Like he's like the big name that stands out to me on the list of cast at the end, because the cast list of these movies is insane. That's got to be who that is. He just looks unrecognizable. I will say it is very interesting that there was like no sandworms in this trailer. At the end, I thought we were gonna get like a teaser shot of a sandworm like breaching out of the the desert. But no, we didn't. We didn't see that. It definitely felt like it the way the sand was moving at the end. You're right here again. All the sand is moving like it's a storm and everything. And we know Chani is a sandworm rider. She knows how to do that. So I feel like there's a sandworm there. I mean, it's Dune. Like it's still part of even like the title card here is the sandworm's teeth in the background. So I even though I haven't read the books, I feel like it would make sense, especially for cinematic reasons. Like, oh, we got to bring back the iconic worm. But yeah, there it is again. There is that massive cast right there, and that had to have been Robert Pattinson, the blonde guy. That's just wow. That did not look like him, but that had to have been who that was. But yeah, I'm excited to watch this movie. I'm definitely looking forward to another trailer to give people like me who haven't read the book a better idea of the plot, other than just this war has been raging a long freaking time and it's like wearing down on Paul, who is started down a path that there's no return from. So there you have it. That was my reaction to the official teaser trailer for Dune Part 3. Man, this year is really stacked when it comes to movies. I have my tickets for the Super Mario Galaxy movie that comes out at the beginning of April. I'm probably going to end up going to see that Project Hail Mary movie that comes out this week. I knew nothing about it, but it looks really good. Ryan Gosling's in it. And then, of course, Spider-Man. The trailer for that's going to drop tomorrow because that comes out this summer. We've also got Avengers Doomsday sharing the month with Dune Part 3. There's so many others that I skipped over there because I don't want this outro to go too long, but this is a big year for blockbuster releases for Hollywood. So it's crazy that we're getting this. But again, the fact that this is 5 years to get 3 movies out is actually awesome. That is such a reasonable amount of time to get these movies out where you're not rushing in, you're also not taking way too long and dragging stuff out. And I'm glad that the director came back to do this. I know that he didn't even know if he was going to originally. It was just like he just wanted to make the first two. I'm glad he came back to do like a proper trilogy, and he's trying to give it like an ending so that maybe Warner Brothers and Legendary will want to bring in another director to do like another Dune movie that adapts a later book. But at least this director's vision is done. Dennis is done after this, which is pretty cool. Good for him. I will say, how much do you want to bet? I'm not original. I read this somewhere else. How much do you want to bet they had a version of this trailer ready that said Academy Award winner Timothée Chalamet, just in case? But that, of course, didn't happen. I can't help but wonder if they had a version of that stored away somewhere. That would have been really, really funny. But yeah. Epic teaser, not too much shown. Looking forward to seeing more marketing for this movie as we march slowly towards the end of the year and the end of Paul's story, at least for these movies. But again, I haven't read the books. I don't know if he dies in this one or if he dies later. I just have a feeling he dies. But anyway, that's the video for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please drop a like and comment down below if you did, or subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, guys!